Signs she has been with multiple men. 1. Casual intimacy talk from jump. She drops sex stories, kinks, or ex details like it's just weather chat. No filter, no blush. Women with a low count hesitate, but those with a high count, well, they tend to normalize it as empowerment. Fact is, high partners link to emotional detachment and intimacy. 2. Zero possessiveness over your history. She just shrugs at your exes, asks no questions, and might even encourage, tell me everything. High pair bond women probe early, while low feel no stakes, like everyone's interchangeable. 3. Mismatched sexual savvy. She masters positions, dirty talk, and multi-scenario handling, but claims just a few boyfriends. That gap? It really equals practice volume. Studies show a high count boosts bedroom confidence, but honestly, it erodes exclusivity satisfaction. So, when someone snaps, past is past, or says don't slut shame, or just flips the conversation to your flaws, that's a classic deflection. This kind of defensiveness honestly just screams overcompensation. If you have a low count, you kind of just own it calmly, right? And let's be real for a second. The myth that a high count somehow ruins your value as a human? Totally busted. But yeah, the data does show it can tank your long-term partner viability. You know those male buddies who send flirty texts, give long hugs, and share all those little secrets? She might just brush it off as harmless. But here's the thing. High count folks usually keep these backup networks around, while low count people tend to cut ties clean. If every ex is suddenly toxic or NPD or even an abuser with like zero nuance or self-reflection, that's a red flag. The pattern you see is a ton of 3 to 9 month flings making up the relationship history. High turnover almost always equals a high count. So, here's something interesting. A fast honeymoon fade and those complaints about the lack of excitement. You might notice someone pulling away, both sexually and emotionally, within just a few weeks, and griping about things feeling routine way too early. Studies on dopamine actually show that people with a higher partner count get used to novelty and end up feeling bored 2 or 3 times faster than others. Another sign to watch for is when someone starts volunteering things like, body count doesn't matter, or I'm not like that, even when you didn't ask. This kind of overkill signaling usually points to some subconscious guilt or a defensive reflex. It's like, if you have to say it unprompted, maybe there's more going on under the surface. Okay, let's talk about phone fortress behavior and substance or mental health flags. If someone is constantly hiding their screen, deleting messages super fast, or has a history of partying phases, that's a red flag. Research shows that having a high number of partners is linked to double the risk of substance dependence for folks between 18 and 30. Plus, a high count, like more than 10, predicts over a 25% chance of cheating and a much faster path to divorce. So, the science is pretty clear. Oxytocin bonding actually weakens with repeated partners. That's not just a myth, it's a real biological mechanism. Timing does matter. If those experiences are way in the past, it's less of an issue, but patterns really don't lie. At the end of the day, it's vet or regret, because the data doesn't bend just because of how we feel. High body count signs, shock pair bonding risk, shock dating red flags.